So, why should you, who are just trying to watch YouTube, just trying to scroll Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, why should you care if Bostwick and Bradley gets any books into a bookstore? Certainly not everyone. And if this does not include you, I am so glad you're here. But the majority of my audience is Christian or conservative or both. And the fact is, the children's books, okay? Middle grade YA, which is what we're doing, but even picture book, guys. All of that coming from the big five publishers, which are HarperCollins, Simon and Schuster, Penguin, Random House, Macmillan, Hachette. If they are coming from those publishing houses, okay, which is almost all books that are in your book fair, in your bookstore, in your library. Most, if not all of those books are going to have this woke agenda, okay? Because of the push, the massive push, okay, for diverse books back in I was on submission in 2019, but it was well before then. They're asking for, children's books where there's non-binary, trans, all this woke stuff that we hear. So the books in your book fair, your bookstore, your library, they are coming from these top five publishers, and they have been for years now, just really asking from their authors for this woke agenda in the books, right? So you're really seeing it in the kids today. So anyway, we are not trying to ban any books. Okay, this is not about banning any books. We are just wanting to be on the shelf too. These stories, they are not preachy stories. They're not any kind of uh, religious story. They are just good stories that we want on the shelf as well. Stories like The Amazing Flight of Aaron William Hogg, a fantastic middle grade novel by the incredible Jay Bruno. Henry Half Moon, you guys, for the lovers of Percy Jackson, dive into Native American mythology with Tribal Scars by J.D. Clare. I don't want to show this one because I don't have the right cover for this book. It has a new one now. But there's a book called 2020 Injection by Ashley McCory. Not about what you think, but so good. For the lovers of The Giver and Unwind by Neil Schusterman. A jam. The past 4 years, I have met just these amazing self-published authors, diamonds in the rough, who have written incredible stories that no one knows about simply because they have a day job. They are writing in their off time. They have published in their off time. They have lives and they have many kids, and they are not able to get it out there. But even if they did have time, even if they could submit to a literary agent and publishing house, they would not be published. And that is for the simple fact that they are not down with diverse books. Diverse books are not about loving and welcoming everyone. Diverse books are about there are no such things as set biology like man and woman. It's all fluid, and you could be a boy when you were told you're a girl, or vice versa. And the thing is, this is not being pushed onto adults. It's being pushed onto children, picture book age, middle grade, 8 to 12, and 13 plus. The most impressionable minds, the most easily influenced. And so many of you are experiencing the results of this as your son or daughter is going through a time of questioning their identity, their gender, all of these things that are not to be questioned. So again, we have good stories, not safe stories, but we have good stories. And we're not trying to ban any books. We're not trying to remove any books from the shelf, but we would just like to be there too. So we need help. Okay. I have a GoFundMe, a small business GoFundMe. And the biggest expense is mailing out our catalog to bookstores, and also the consignment of these books. We already know that most of these bookstores, bookstore owners, they're not going to be on the same page as our ideology, okay? They're not going to be on board with what we're doing here. But everybody likes to make money. So if we're asking them to sell these books on a consignment basis, okay, they're going to be much more likely to take them on. So where that is different than how a lot of bookstores buy books is, they see that a book is popular, they go into their system and they order that book because they know that a lot of people know that book and will probably buy it off the shelf. But no one has heard of these authors or books that we are pushing. So it is much more financially responsible for them to take books on, like us, on a consignment basis. Okay, that's where we buy the book at wholesale cost and then we mail it to them. Okay, they don't buy anything up front. If the book sells in their store, then they make money and we make money. Okay, the big expense is purchasing the wholesale books so that we can then send it out. And of course, we're praying that it won't be that way forever, that, you know, that people will buy these books off the shelf and see that they are so good and request more from these authors. And we don't have to consign. We can just have them buy the books from the system just like everybody else. So please, if you believe in what we're doing, if you want to go into the bookstore and have something else, I pray that you donate today. Every little bit counts, okay? When you click on the link, you'll see it kind of suggest $100, $200, even $20 is great. And if you can't give anything, please pray for us. Please pray that God opens doors, that He strengthens our hands for this work, and that He grants us success. Above all, that He's glorified. The link for the GoFundMe is in the description on YouTube. It's in the comments on Facebook, and on Instagram, it's in my bio. Thank you so much for your help. Thank you for your prayers. Further up and further in.